What's up, you guys? It's your boy Miguel giving you your daily dose of radiation. In today's video, we are covering mobile X-ray versus if you would work in the ER doing X-ray. So when I talk about mobile, I do not mean portable. I mean the people who go with a car, like a little U-Haul, and take a little portable machine house to house, retirement home, or wherever you get contracted to go, or wherever your company, to mobile X-ray. So I haven't worked in mobile, but I've sat down and interviewed other techs, and I've asked teachers, and I've got a very good amount of knowledge from my peers of the mobile X-ray world, and I have assembled a good amount of knowledge. I personally work at the emergency room at a trauma 3. I do the night shift, 7 on, 7 off. Been doing it for 4 years, and I dabble in both worlds, in the days and the night, for the monies. So just as far as workload goes, I would say mobile, you have a set amount of patients. Let's say it's 8 patients or 10 patients in a day, in a 8-hour, basically they give you 8, it all depends. Some are like 8 hours. Some places, depending if they send you farther, you may have like a bigger window. But usually it's more of a like 9 to 5, 8 to whatever window you have to do the exams. Usually you have chest x-rays. You have any type of x-ray that you need. You can do spines. But the actual x-ray machine is more smaller and more easier to move around in certain places. In other places, you do have like this humongous thing that looks like a tank, and it can go like off roads, and it's not the easiest to assemble. And I would say for mobile, sometimes you are literally just an empty room at a retirement home, and like you are literally sometimes trying to find random things to put your little x-ray board on, just so it like holds the board. A lot of the times, because of radiation, and maybe other people don't want to be involved, like the nurses or like other people at wherever you are, because they're like scared of the radiation, and they don't help. So sometimes you are literally left alone to do it. Other times, another big challenge you'll have is actually getting to the place. Sometimes because of security, or because like maybe it's a gated community, or other, depending on like where it is, like it might be a challenge just to actually get to the patient. So there's that situation you have going on. I would say the tech I work with actually came from mobile radiography, and she said that a lot of the times, like you have a set patient, you'll go and you do some, and then certain ones, because either you can't get to the patient, you can't do, or they tell you they don't want it and they leave. But a lot of the times what happens to the people that you don't want, that they refuse or something, they just get put on the on-call list, or they get pushed to the other crew. So there's like the morning, middle, and then night crew. She worked the afternoon / night crew, so she got a bunch of people who didn't want their x-rays done that late. So what would end up happening is sometimes there'd be like a lot of orders get pushed to the morning, and then it'd become a whole mess. And then she said she did also take call, I believe like once a month. But hers is weird because like maybe you live, let's say, in Dallas. You could pull from it could be literally in Dallas. It could be like an hour away. It can be 2 hours away. Like it can be like the range of where you can get called in is really far sometimes, depending on how much territory or customers your company has. So that could suck. She said there's time where she would literally go and drive a lot of hours away, and then would literally have to come back and then just continue on to her regular patients. So there's that. And I mean, speaking from experience, my lady, she does mobile nursing, and sometimes she gets stuck doing that, which is she's not the most happiest, but that does happen from time to time. What else? I mean, I guess some of the perks, she said that you would be alone a little bit. You can like listen to your music. You can like talk to people. You could like actively, as you go and like to where you're going, you could like stop and take your lunch break and kind of be snacking along the way. Almost like you were like delivering pizza. I don't know if anyone delivered pizza back in the day, like I did. Like you would have like a little bit of a chill break before you would act with other customers and stuff like that. I enjoyed it for a little bit. Not the best money. What else? You have to be careful, because she said that when she was doing the mobile, a lot of the times the people that were running the actual place, they themselves weren't X-ray techs. And when she figured that out, she's like, how are you gonna tell me to do my job if you ain't even certified? Which, I mean, it blew my mind when she told me that, because I was like, they got like hired a management company to tell them how to like do all their stuff, and then their actual manager wasn't actual X-ray tech. So like when they would complain, oh, why can't you do this? Why can't you get that? They wouldn't understand, like both from the ethical perspective, the LARA and all the other stuff, and a bunch of other regulations and stuff. Because they're like, why can't you do it here? And they're like, there's people here. How am I supposed to do 6 feet to keep people safe? Like there's a bunch of stuff that they wouldn't understand. So that to me is mind blowing, because like where I work at the hospital, my manager is X-ray tech. The one above, like the head of radiology, has like 3 different credentials, 3 little different Thanos stones, which I believe is like X-ray, CAT scan, and then MRI, or yeah, I think it's like MRI. That's like 3 different ones. So like you could see how someone like it's weird. Anyways, continuing on. As far as like X-ray goes, I work at the ER, Trauma 3, and over there I mainly just take X-rays, and I do also do portable X-rays. You do like around the emergency room and stuff like that. If you work in the daytime, you will have to do some fluoroscopy work, fluoro for enemas and upper GIs and all that fun stuff that as a night shift tech you really don't have to do. The chances of you doing that are like very, very tiny. It's like the Germic spottle, 99.991. You're that 1% of you have to do fluoro. I will say the only fluoroscopy that we do on a consistent basis, I would say like probably once or twice a month, they would come in, is to replace the little, I think it's called the G tube. And from there, for night shift, you will go around the hospital and you will be just shooting people during the night, doing like morning ports. And then the rest of the time, when you're not on the floor, you spend your time in the beloved emergency room waiting for anyone to get hurt. The trauma levels vary from like someone can't breathe to like MBC to like level 1 trauma. These people are gonna get shuttled out of the town. In that range, it all kind of depends on the level. And yeah, that's really where we go. See you on the next one.